There are over 7 billion people on the planet. We got more people on the planet than we ever have in the history of the world. It's crowded. Everything is crowded. There's people on top of people. We can't even get out of a city when there's a hurricane. We run out of gas. We can't go nowhere. We can't move. It's crowded. 6.8 billion people on the planet have a mobile device. That's too many people. Out of 7 billion, 6.8 billion people got a phone. I don't want to talk to you. On any given day, 1.4 billion people log on to Facebook. 1.4 billion people are in your phone right now waiting on you to say something. That's a lot. It used to be it was you and your kids and your friends and your little church with the little wood floor and the Mahalia Jackson fan. And only 2 or 3 people could sing in the church, and you knew each other, and you knew everybody's mama, and you had a relationship with everybody. Now you got friends that you don't know, followers that you never met. Come on, talk to me, somebody. All of them got an opinion about everything. We got more people, but we got less peace. We got more crowds. You can talk to somebody, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and talk to somebody over in Istanbul, and we're still lonely. How could you have that many people in your pocketbook and still be lonely? We were not designed for this. Something is crazy. More people doesn't mean more quality. We've lost sight of what relationships are. We use people's name to brag, to justify. Look at how many followers I got. They're not following you. They don't know you. They don't like you. That's not what you look like anyway. You lighten the picture, darken the picture, took your waist in, built your chest up. You ain't that cute. They don't know you. I like babies anyway. I like babies. I like babies. I like babies. I like babies. I like little cute babies with fat jaws who can't talk. You eat what I say you gonna eat. Burp you and go to bed. Kids are cute till they can talk. Then they got an opinion about, I don't want to wear that. I don't like that. They're not wearing that. That's out of style. You got all of these opinions and all of these people. And it's not just that they have an opinion about them. They got an opinion about you. Everybody got an opinion about you. And the people with the strongest opinions about you don't even know you. And then they got the nerve to say, I'm going to unfollow you, like I care. Did that pay a bill? Did that pay the rent? Does that matter to me? Did that bruise me? Does that give me a disease? If you unfollow me, will I feel a pain in my neck? We're inundated with people and opinions and ideas and images. Around the clock. You can have any kind of news you want to hear if you change stations. Pick out the truth you like. 24 hours of watching people drown, 24 hours of watching an earthquake, 24 hours, all of those images are still living in your head when you close your eyes. That's why everybody's strung out on all kind of drugs. I'm not just talking about in the hood. I'm talking about some of you professional people smelling all good, makeup on. You hooked on everything in your medicine cabinet. Because the more people can access you, the more they think they have a right to you. I don't like your hair like that. You don't look good in that color. That's too tight on you. People got their mouth all in your life. And sometimes by the time you use the strength that it takes to withstand all of these people that you're never going to meet anyway, you don't have enough left for the people that are in your life. So they really don't get your attention because you're dealing with all of these superficial, really it don't matter people. So you're sitting at the dining room table and you can't eat without your phone. And you're not talking to the people that cooked the food or bought the food or paid for the food. No, you're talking to somebody that you will never meet, know, or care about. There's something to be said about small groups and intimacy and where you pay attention and where you have real conversation and you have real connectivity. Sometimes people are overwhelming. They want more and more and more and more. And there's not a person in this room who doesn't have somebody in your life who's not complaining because you're not there enough, or you don't call enough, or you don't text enough, or you didn't come see me, or you didn't do this, or you missed my birthday, or you missed Halloween, or you don't act like you used to act. And we are overwhelmed because the people who make the biggest withdrawals make the least deposits. The truth of the matter is we're surrounded by people who need us, not people who feed us. And after a while you find yourself operating in the red. In my text tonight, I want to talk about this miracle that makes no sense. This is one of the few miracles in the Bible that make no sense. Most of the time that Jesus performed a miracle, it was a crisis. A blind man, a man who was lame from his mother's womb, a woman who is hemorrhaging to death. These were real miracles that touched diseases and lives and set them free. And because he changed lives, he drew crowds. Anytime you're effective, you don't have to advertise it much. Oh, you should shout me down right there. Anytime you got to oversell the product, there's something wrong with it, because if people needed it, they would come get it. Jesus was so effective that people followed him because he was effective. And he set them up. He had just landed and come across the Sea of Galilee, and they followed him. He goes up in the mountaintops and talks to his disciples, and while he's talking to the disciples, the crowds are building, and people are wanting more and more and more and more. And what's amazing to me is all he had to do was say, go home. This is not a crisis. Nobody's bleeding to death and nobody's sick, they're just hungry. All he had to do was say, I'll see you tomorrow. But this is an opportunity for Jesus to teach his disciples a lesson. He wants them to understand that there are going to be contradictions in your life. That there's going to be more demand than there is supply. He wants to train them how to operate when you're working at a deficit. I want to talk to somebody tonight, in spite of all of your clapping and all of your joy and all of your singing, and I know you felt the joy of the Lord when they were singing up here. I could feel it all the way down in the basement, hiding in the closet where they had me under the toothbrush. I would have shouted, but I'd have hit my head and hurt myself. And when you get in church and you get this great singing and you get this great music and you get all of this great stuff going, you feel good, and for an hour or so you forget. That when this is over, you got to go back home, and some of you can't even wait till it's over. You checking your phone now to see who you need to text back. Because you can't even have a worship experience without the responsibility of responding to people 24/7. Before you start your car, you open up your phone and start answering people like they're going to die if you don't answer them. They're not going to die. Somebody shout, this is too much.